Hi guys, good morning, welcome to Khong Driving, and today we are in the Lexus ES 250 F Sport. And we are on our way to Seremban to eat ngolam fan beef noodles. And with me we have Adrian Chua. Say hi, Adrian.
Hi.
Okay, so Adrian is my victim for the day. Oh, sorry. He's my passenger for the day. And we're going to check out the Lexus ES 250. And we're going to start with the most boring part of it, which is the fuel consumption. Because this car is supposed to have the dynamic force engine, the 2.5 liter direct injection, and it's supposed to be 40% thermally efficient. So we're going to see what kind of fuel consumption we will get. Of course, we're going to drive a little bit carefully, keep it within the speed limit and all that, because any engine, if you push it really hard, then of course it drinks. So we're going to drive it like what a normal person would drive a car like this, and see what type of fuel consumption we can get. The aircon is very cold. Okay, I'm going to put my temperature to about 22. Yeah, it's very cool. And the fan speed is here. Okay, you can put it down if you want. Okay, so don't get distracted. We'll leave the outside lane open for others to overtake. Adrian, okay. Smart tech. So we are starting somewhere in Petaling Jaya. We are on the Pantai Expressway. We started near section 16, and we are going to have a little bit of city morning Christmas traffic, which is nothing much, and we will see what kind of fuel consumption we will get. We try to do as much distance as possible to give you a more accurate one. Yeah, we have a camera on the meter, and we have enough money in the toll. Okay, we have gone 3 kilometers. Yes. And what is the reading we have? We have 14.8 kilometers per liter. How does that strike you? 2.5 liter NA engine. Adrian, what do you think?
Yeah, it's probably quite good.
It dropped to 13.5.
Yeah, slowing down for the toll, accelerating up again. It's bound to drop a bit.
So anyway guys, this is a 204 horsepower engine, and it's a 4-cylinder, and drive is to the front wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission. So with 8 speeds, the RPM is very, very low. We are pulling about 1000 RPM now. Look at that. You know, it's the engine is just barely turning over. Of course, the gears will shift to 7 or 8, you know, the moment you take your foot off the accelerator. But as you accelerate, it will shift down by itself, all done automatically to get you the best gear. They have some kind of algorithm there that determines what is your speed, what is the load, what is the gear you should be in. You know, everything is controlled by the TCU, which is the transmission control unit. No input required from the driver except to step on the accelerator and the brakes, and of course take care of the steering. Although this car actually has the full Lexus sorry, so this car has the full Lexus safety system, which includes the pre-collision system of pre-collision warning and collision assistance. Yeah, it will brake for you with autonomous braking, and it also has lane departure warning and lane tracing. So lane tracing is different from lane keep. Lane tracing will keep you in the center of the lane, whereas the normal lane keep will just bounce you from line to line. Yeah. Anyway, we turned it off because it takes too much away from my control. And on top of that, it also has the dynamic radar cruise control that includes low speed follow, yeah, stop and go, and also it has rear cross traffic alert, blind spot warning, and also dynamic auto headlights. So it will dim certain lights according to what is required, yeah, to prevent you from shining your lights on the oncoming traffic or cars in front of you. So for a car like this, you just put your headlights full on and it will turn it full on or dim some of the lights accordingly. So it's adaptive headlights. That's the correct term for it. Now, other than that, this car is also built on the Lexus Global Architecture platform, which means it's very similar to what is used in Toyota's TNGA. Well, they come from the same company. So this is the Lexus version, and you get McPherson struts in the front and also the trailing wishbone at the back, which means this car is super comfortable. Now, what speed are we going? We're going at 67 kilometers per hour, just following the traffic, and you hear nothing but a little bit of sound from the tires. So it's very nice and quiet, and the ride is super luxurious. Of course, the interior is really nice. You get your phone charger, you get your... I think the sound system has something like too many speakers for me to count. And I think just on airbags alone there are 10. Don't ask me where they are, but I think they're all over the place. So this is a very safe car with all the safety systems and airbags, and of course it's got traction control and all the other stuff, the stability control, everything that you want in a car is here, except the kitchen sink. There's no kitchen sink. So sad. Okay, so how are you doing? Oh my gosh, we are getting 16.9 kilometers per liter. Okay, just for your information, I think the claim fuel consumption is 15 liters per kilo. Sorry, my mistake. It's 15 kilometers per liter. Yeah, I deliberately changed the reading to kilometers per liter because that's easier to relate to. How many kilometers can 1 liter of fuel take you? And right now we have 17.2. So that's actually quite remarkable. We have traveled for 8 minutes, I think, and we have gone 10 kilometers. Okay, we are actually going to overtake cars. Of course, you just have to be very gentle on the throttle, like what a normal driver would do, without too much force, to be able to reap this type of benefit. But of course, when we get to the highway where it's clear, we will go at a higher speed, yeah, which is the regulation 110 kilometers per hour. And this is how normal people drive. Actually, we are going a bit faster than normal people. We are going as fast as the little Perodua in front of us, just following the flow, and we are overtaking the slower cars on the left. So we are middle lane hoggers at the moment. But in front of you, you see a little white car followed by another silver car. Well, that car is going slow in the middle lane. Should be in the left lane. But it's okay. We are going at a decent speed of 81 kilometers per hour. And we are getting 16.7 kilometers per liter. We'll wait a while before you wake Adrian up.
Yes, I need more sleep. It's Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, I'm working on Christmas Day, but then I'm not a Christian. I will celebrate Christmas tonight with a Christmas dinner. I hope the beef noodle place is open, man. It's Christmas Day. Oh.
Yeah. Is it open at this hour?
Around 9 o'clock.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we should be there at 9. Okay, situation report. We have gone 12.7 kilometers and we have 16.4 kilometers per liter. Now, considering that this is a 2.5 liter engine with 204 horsepower, what's the torque?
247.
247 Newton meters of torque, thanks. And so it's very, very remarkable.
I don't think we've pulled more than 2,000 revs up to this point.
No, I don't think so. Okay, just for your information, we're going at 94. Oh, it's supposed to be 80 here lah. On Christmas Day, they might have a speed trap. Who knows? Okay, at this is, look at the ref counter. We're going at 83 kilometers per hour, just about 1,200 RPM. That's the type of engine speed we are going. No wonder the car is so silent lah.
So that means when you're pulling 2,500 revs, you're doing 160.
Technically. But at 160, if you lift it off, you'll be going about 2,000 and 2,500 revs, because there's no load, you know, and that's just enough to keep the speed up. You just need to give it a little bit of power to feed it to maintain the speed, you know. But of course, if it drops and then there's not enough torque, then you will shift down to a lower gear. So you might end up with, say, 3,000 RPM or something like that. With 8 speeds, the flexibility of the transmission is enhanced greatly. So you can have very close ratios in between, so there's hardly any jerk in between the gear shifts, except for the one behind the steering wheel. But so you get very seamless gear changes. And by the way, guys, we have 19-inch wheels with 235/40 series R19 tires. Oh, gear changes at about 2,000 RPM.
Yeah, now we've done more than 2,000.
Yeah, 2002. I think in the early stages we did.
Maybe.
Yeah, almost 3,000.
You can't tell. There's no audible difference between the engine pulling 1,200 and the engine pulling nearly 3,000.
Yeah. A lot of soundproofing works.
Yeah.
Because direct injection engines usually are quite noisy. But you don't hear it so much here. When Lexus build cars, they build cars.
Yeah.
So from the first Lexus, I understand they use the silent steel. That's what they call it. But the technology of the silent steel is they layer the steel. Imagine a steel plate. They fold it in two, then they beat it together, and then they fold it again in two, so it's multi-layered steel, and that's what makes it so silent. I don't know if they're still continuing this tradition, but I remember the first Lexus LS400 that they did, they used that type of steel. So I really don't know if they are still doing it, but definitely the car is a lot more silent than others.
Wouldn't the car have been very heavy?
This car is heavy.
Yeah.
This car is 1.66 tons. Now in terms of weight, this car is about 160 or 150 kilograms heavier than the Camry. So there is a version of the Camry that looks very much like this, but believe me guys, I used to think that this was built on the Camry, but it's not. It may be on the similar type of platform, because one is Lexus and one is Toyota, and but the nomenclature is very close. We have McPherson struts in the front, and we have trailing arm double wishbone at the back. So the type of build is the same, but I compared the dimensions. This car is a little bit longer. You have the numbers there, Adrian.
Yeah.
Have a look. Okay, overall length. Okay, camera drop.
Oh, is this supposed to go?
Can you close it? Push and then. Okay, alright. Okay.
Still recording?
Yeah, still recording.
Okay.
Don't touch it, don't touch it.
Okay.
Okay, what is the overall length, Adrian?
Overall length is 4,975 millimeters.
Okay, and compared to the Camry, which is
4885.
4885 and 4975.
Yep. So 90 millimeters longer. 9 cm.
9 cm, 9 cm is about 3 inches longer, yeah. And wheelbase itself, if I remember correctly, the Camry is 2825 mm. This is 2870.
Yep.
So that is 45 mm, 55 mm longer wheelbase. So that means the cabin space theoretically would have about 2 inches more space, and that translates into quite a lot of leg room at the back, yeah. So because the front is quite the same, and the rear passenger gets a bit more leg room. 2 inches of additional leg room makes a world of a difference. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to climb onto the Lekas highway. No, we're not. We're going to go to Seremban straight, yes. And we will go for our beef noodles. Okay, so we're on the highway to Seremban, and we have gone 22.8 kilometers, and we have 17.7.
That's pretty amazing.
Okay, it shifted down 1 gear, I think. So now we are pulling at 2000 RPM. So this is probably 7th gear. Now they also have paddle shifters. Let's just check. Yes, we are in 7th gear.
There's mounting the wing mirrors on the door. Now they are called door mirrors. Does that help with the wind noise?
Okay, let me explain this window, this wing mirror. Okay, that's the blind spot warning telling me there's a car coming from behind. Yes, they follow the Lexus global architecture, which is similar to TNGA. They actually first thing is they put the wing mirror on the door, and they made the door, this A pillar, a bit thinner. It's just as strong, but you can see the pillar goes that way from your line of sight. It's very thick on your line of sight, but thinner when you are looking through it. So there is a gap between the A pillar and the wing mirror. In some older cars, you find that the whole thing is one big block of blocked material that blocks your view. So with this one, you look out there, you can still see the road. So that gives you better vision. So this makes the car a lot safer. Then what they have done is they have lowered the bonnet line. And you see the console here, you can see over the bonnet. Okay, there's nothing to obstruct you. And how do they lower the bonnet line? They have changed the engine build to have the exhaust coming out from the back of the engine towards the rear of the car. Whereas the older engines have the exhaust coming out the front, and then it goes underneath the engine, which means the engine has to be mounted higher, which means there's a higher center of gravity, which means your bonnet line also needs to be higher. That is why you find the new Lexus much lower. Same with the Toyota range, they have made the bonnet line lower, and also at the same time lower the center of gravity, so that improves the car handling. So this is part of the what you call global architecture, and also includes the wishbone suspension at the back, which reduces the camber change during cornering. All this is very technical, but what you will get is a car that is so much easier to drive, so much to look, so much easier to look out of. Your visibility is better, and your ability to control the car is higher because the car is easier to control. And the comfort of the suspension is something else. Yeah, so with the double wishbones, they have achieved another level of comfort in handling. Comfort and handling together. Theoretically, you can make any car handle very well just by hardening the suspension. Of course, the ride suffers. So it used to be you want good handling, you get horrible ride. So when you drive a performance car and you want to go fast, you are willing to sacrifice the ride comfort for that little bit of extra handling. But with this car, you get the best of both worlds, because it will still handle. Of course, if you had harder suspension, it will handle even better. But what they have done is they have managed to get a combination where you can have comfort and good handling in one package. That is why if you sit at the back, Adrian, you will feel really nice. Yeah. So guys, by the way, this is a D segment sedan, yeah, and this is a very luxurious version, the top of the line, so to speak, of the ES 250 variants. This is the F Sport. It has everything, and prices start at I think 295 for the lower variants. I think there are 3 variants. Yeah, they have the premium, luxury, and this is the F Sport. Yeah, something like that. Okay, we are going at, oh, I'm sorry, whilst I was talking, I exceeded the speed limit. I was going at 117. Okay, now we have 110, 109. I would like to report here, guys, we have gone for 31 kilometers and we have 18.1 kilometers per liter. Okay, Adrian drives the Getz. Well,
okay, this is doing nearly double what the Getz does.
Really?
Yeah.
And the Getz is a 1.3. 1.3.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the Getz has half the gears.
Yeah, only got 4 gears.
Literally half the gears. And nearly half the engine size.
This guy is unpredictable. Is he on the phone?
I don't think so. Maybe you're just dozy.
He was like,
yeah, wandering towards our lane.
He still is. Okay, one of the reasons why people are constantly adjusting the steering angle is because they are looking very near. Their eyesight is focused on a point that's very near the front of the car, and that is why they are constantly making corrections to the steering angle. If you are driving, you should look ahead, and your steering will automatically follow your eyesight. Because if you look just in front of the car, the corner coming up, you don't realize it, and you do a very last minute correction. Whereas if you're looking further ahead, you know, you will tend to steer where your eyes are looking, so your steering movements become smoother. Just a simple driving tip.
So the Camry up ahead, that's also a 4-speed, right? 4 or 6?
Depends on the year model. I have a feeling that could be a 5-speed. They had a 5-speed at one time.
Ah, okay.
They had a 4, 5. I think the 2.4 had a 5-speed in one of the models. At one time, all were 4 speeds, and then they went 6 speed. Now the Camry runs a 6-speed. They don't have an 8-speed, but I suppose given the time, you know, given time, they may move to the 8-speed, which is a very good gearbox. What mode are we on? Oh, we are on eco mode now. Maybe we were on normal mode just now, you know. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I just switched to eco mode. There are 3 driving modes. They have eco, normal, and sport. So we were on normal. Lucky we're not on sport, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's okay to be in normal mode because that's representative for people actually too.
Yeah, but on eco, oh, it's just gone up 18.2 now.
So what have you felt? Throttle response?
In eco mode, throttle response is a little bit lazy. Yeah, so I'm accelerating, but it's not responding as quickly. I think what the engine control unit does, it sort of regulates the amount of throttle gain as you accelerate, and that helps to save the fuel. Yeah, definitely we were on normal mode just now. Definitely. I'm actually quite amazed that the normal mode is also so economical. So guys, we are going a bit slow, man, but we are overtaking cars. Can you imagine that? Okay, I'm going to accelerate to about 110. Yeah, in eco mode it kind of like slowed down by itself. Okay, we're going 103. Is the camera still on? Yes, camera is still on. Sorry, yeah, I put my hand there because the glare from the sun is affecting the view on the camera. Okay, we had a bit of a hill, and it's now at 18. However, 18 is way above the claimed 15 kilometers per liter. Of course, the instruments are not calibrated, so well, it's made by Toyota. Well, yeah, it's made by Lexus. Yeah, okay. Sorry, you get mixed up.
To be fair, Lexus was made by Toyota.
Yeah. Makes me think that the normal mode is more economical because the consumption has gone down to 17.9. And guys, we're going at 104 kilometers per hour. We are pulling about 1,500 RPM. That is how fantastic this drivetrain is.
Yeah, it's good for cruising.
Yeah. Okay, we're moving to the second lane of 4 lanes. Somehow, if you've been driving slow, 104 seems to be like very fast, right? Doesn't it seem fast?
Yeah, compared to earlier doing 80.
Yeah. We're going 102, which is just below the speed limit. Oh, we have 18.3. Yeah, okay. Eco mode works.
Now we are going up a hill. Yeah, I think it's going to go down again.
Not if I don't accelerate very hard. I'm just holding throttle. Let's see whether I can stop it from moving.
Oh, it's going
Oh, yeah, it's 18.4, guys.
Anti-gravity. That's what eco mode has, anti-gravity.
I think aerodynamics also has quite a bit to play.
What's the drag coefficient on this?
I have no idea, man.
But it should be quite low lah, compared to anything I'm used to.
Yeah. .9 kilometers, 47. Okay guys, we will stop the count at 50 kilometers. Yeah, that's, you don't want to do 100 kilometers, right?
Yeah.
Adrian will be asleep.
Yeah, I'll be asleep.
Okay, we will take the reading at 50. Oh, we went up the hill and the car just slowed down. Okay guys, this car has got dynamic, what do you call, radar cruise control, dynamic radar cruise control, but we're not going to use it because I normally don't use cruise control. I just like to be in control of the car. We're going at 100 and we have gone 48 kilometers and we are doing 18.5 kilometers per liter. Oh my gosh, we are going into like Myvi territory already, you know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. To be fair, we haven't done much city driving.
Yeah, it's on the highway. Yeah.
But yeah, nonetheless it's very good.
Because if you take into consideration being stuck in traffic in the city is actually quite pointless lah.
Yeah.
We just want to see what the car can do driven at a consistent speed. Yeah. And if you want to know, we have gone for 35 minutes and we are at 49.2. So our average speed may be about 70 to 80.
And here's our traffic.
And here's our traffic, and we 49.4 or 49.5, 500 meters to go, and we will take a snapshot. 49.6, 49.7, yay! 18.6, whoa! 49.8, 49.9, and
Yay.
50! Yes! 18.6 kilometers per liter. Well done. Right, guys, so that concludes our eco run for the Lexus ES 250 F Sport. And stay tuned for more.
Yes, we shall go into sport mode now.
Wake up, wake up. Okay, Seremban beef noodles, here we come. Okay, camera off.